Louise. So massive welcome to our Tuesday night event where we are lucky enough to be able to share what we do working from home, helping and healing people one person at a time. My name's Jamie. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and my journey started with my husband being really unwell, as most of you know, and I really could never have imagined that purchasing products, healthy products to help him, was going to turn into incredible results that we really weren't expecting. And I never imagined it was going to turn into a business that was going to change our lives. So we've gone from struggling on one very unstable wage to having a blooming, beautiful business. And I've had the privilege of meeting many of you and working with some absolutely incredible women who are just so passionate about life. Hello, Ali. So nice to see you on. There's so many bubbers on our team now. It's just really beautiful. So that's a little bit about me. 2 years in, and you know, it's absolutely my plan A. It's my passion, the number one thing that I like to do for work now. I get to do the job that I studied so hard for fun, because I actually enjoy it. Just a couple of days a week, and spend most of my time with these guys. So I'll explain a little bit about the products that we have and our range, and sorry guys, and what has got us to this point. So all that time ago, I was introduced to this product, and it's just so simple. So these are our hero product. These are our premium capsules. So fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. That's all they are. So the fruits and vegetables are grown on third-generation farms. There's no herbicides or pesticides. They are picked when they're ripe, rather than being pumped full of oxides to ripen them when they're green. They are pulped with the skin and the pith and the pips, so they retain all of the nutrients that we wouldn't usually get when we eat fruits and vegetables. They're kept cold. They're dried, powdered, and popped into a capsule, which is also made of vegetable products. So they really are all of the nutrients that you would get from having 30 serves of fruits and vegetables every day. And I don't know anyone who would actually sit down to 30 serves of fruits and vegetables every day, even if they wanted to, let alone really being able to afford that for not just one person, but all the people in their family. So now I know the magic power of these amazing things. We will never stop taking them. They've just been an absolute godsend. So these guys here are the exact same thing, and I've actually got some this week. It's not flat packets. So these are our free kids products. So we have a Healthy Starts program, and we're absolutely blessed. The company provides these to loads and loads and loads of children all over the country for free with every premium or fruit and veg product that the adult takes in the family. So these are 17 fruits and vegetables prepared exactly the same way, and they're actually in a gummy chew. They taste amazing. As we always say, you have to hide them because they disappear really quickly and no one wants to own up to who had the last one. So you often have to get more. So they have been amazing for my kids. My kids suffered from really bad eczema to the point where we had to go to the Royal Children's Hospital and have a plan created for us to manage it. It was really unpleasant for my daughter especially, and these have really helped that to disappear, so she can have a comfortable summer without having itching, irritation, and not being able to enjoy swimming lessons and things like that. So we absolutely love those. These guys here are the newest product in our range. We don't have a large range, but these are absolutely amazing. So these are our vegan omegas. So for anyone who takes a fish oil capsule, these guys are now my best friends. So instead of having that gross, disgusting, fishy reflux aftertaste an hour after you take your fish oil capsule, these are the same thing. You actually get all 5 omegas rather than just having omega-3s, and they're sourced from where the fish get their omegas from, so basically from the algae, and no fish, so much more pleasant They taste more like orange because they've got orange oil in them. They've got loads of other oils in them, all plant-based and fantastic for heart health, cell regeneration, eyes. They're just amazing. And then my favorites, and I don't always have chocolate and vanilla at the same time, so this is a bit exciting. So these guys are our macronutrients. So these cover your proteins, carbs, and they're absolutely fantastic. So these are my smoothie base every single morning. We don't advocate meal replacements, but these really are my best friend when I feel like I want to have a chocolate snack or I'm craving a whole block. I'll go for one of these, blend it up with some ice and some fruit, and I'd no longer have that craving, and I still feel like I've had something naughty, but they're just filled with fruits and vegetables as well. So absolutely fantastic products. They have absolutely changed my life. My kids now eat fruits and vegetables as I prepare them before I put them on their plates for dinner. So I'm ecstatic with that. They eat so well. Their skin is glowing all the time. People always comment on how healthy my kids look, and I really put it down to good nutrition. So they have absolutely been my best friend. I won't waffle on anymore. I'm going to pop you over to the beautiful Ali, and she's going to explain a little bit about our program. Thank you, Ali.
Hey everyone, I'm Ali. I've been in the business now for a bit over a year, and we've been taking the products for that long as well, and I've had some really awesome results, so I'm really excited to be able to share that with everyone. I'm just going to tell you a bit about the program, so I won't waffle on too long, but I just wanted to mention how awesome the program is for everyone. There's something for everyone. So basically we're all entitled to get access to the JBT program, or the Juicy Body Transformation program, as part of being a customer or a team member for life. So, you know, you never get kicked out of the program. You always have full access to that forever. There are lots of different parts of the program to suit different people. So the most sort of the common one is called the Juicy Body Transformation program, and that's all written by Kira Westwick from MasterChef. There's lots and lots of yummy recipes, and it's all designed to be about eating real whole foods and less packaged and processed food. So basically lots and lots of recipes, meal plans, lots of things about gratitude and exercise as well, because Kira Westwick is actually also a personal trainer as well. There's also the 8-week shred program, which is designed to help everybody kickstart their weight loss. And that's really great. We have 4 competitions every year, and one of them's going on right now. I'm really excited to see the results and see who's going to win $2,500, as well as losing a lot of weight for that as well. There's also a detox program and a cleanse program, basically something to suit everybody. And my absolute favourite out of the whole program is actually called the Wholesome Kids Cookbook, and that helps you to get your kids involved in the kitchen and cooking. There's lots of exercises and things like that in there for the kids as well, to help them to eat the full rainbow of colours, and, you know, tick off charts and things like that as well. My son Toby's 3 now, and we love cooking together, and it really has helped him to eat a lot more fruit and veggies and lots of different colours of the rainbow. So I really love that part of the program. But yeah, I won't go on too much longer. I'm just going to pass you on to the next person who's going to tell you a bit about their story as well.
Awesome. Hey guys. Sorry, I couldn't find my unmute button then. My name is Luce Hawkins, and I have been on the Juice Plus products now for about coming up to 4 years in February. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was 18 years old. It was literally the day I turned 18. I was rushed into hospital and I had major surgery to remove a blockage in my intestines. Now, when I came out of hospital, the doctors basically told me that I couldn't eat raw veg, couldn't have a lot of fibre, I wasn't allowed caffeine, alcohol, and there was all sorts of other things that I wasn't allowed to have. And I was like, oh, okay. So I moved to uni. I'm from the UK originally, so we moved away to uni. And I lived off 2-minute noodles for about 4 years. And to be quite honest, the doctors were like, well, that's the best thing for you because it's heavily processed and your body doesn't need to do much to digest it. I wasn't medicated, luckily. I was able to refuse steroids because I had the surgery so early. But I did have loperamide, which is Imodium. I would take that Monday to Friday so I could go out on nights out and not have any accidents, which obviously caused a lot of other problems. My hair fell out 3 months after my operation, and then it just grew back really thin and like wavy. My skin, I always had breakouts. I was always napping. I was always tired. I actually napped between Neighbours and Home and Away. I was a massive Neighbours and Home and Away fan. Just before EastEnders started. Every night out, I'd get really bad anxiety. I actually had one episode in the toilets. I was classed as disabled, and you got this little badge, which was called like a skip the queue badge. So basically, it meant that if I needed the toilet really urgently, I could go to the front of the queue, show this card, and the lady at the front should have been nice enough to obviously let you go. But there was this one incident where I was laughed at. And made fun of, and she didn't let me go, and luckily the lady behind her did let me go in, and after that I pretty much went into a shell. I didn't really go out much. I didn't take public transport because I was worried that there wouldn't be enough toilets. If I was driving, it would take me hours to plan the route and, you know, just to make sure that I could stop off. Boyfriend meals, you know, halfway through the meal, I'd be on the toilet for about 15 minutes. And luckily, thankfully, my husband was super okay with that. We moved to Australia, and I was on about a 6-year Red Bull addiction by then. It was the only thing that could keep me awake in the day. I was probably having up to about 3 a day. I had nail extensions, hair extensions, eyelash extensions, probably for about 3 or 4 years straight. So you can imagine how much that cost. And it was actually, I was talking to someone at soccer about my Crohn's, and this lady overheard. It was actually my husband's physio. She overheard me and she came up and said, oh, I hope you don't mind, but I've got these products I'd really like to recommend to you. And obviously straight away I was like, oh, here we go. Someone's going to try to sell me something. Not interested. Thank you very much. On you go. And she said, no worries. You know, here's a brochure. It's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule. You know, my mum's on it. She's got Crohn's and she's had a really good transformation from it. And I thought, yeah, okay. So I took it away. I put it in my bag. And it was when I was at work, I got really addicted to sumo salads. Loved sumo salads, but they made me so ill. You know, honestly, vegetables really made me sick. My body could not digest them properly because it had been starved of them for so long. And I went, and it was my boss had told me off because I was in the toilet for too long after lunch. And it was at that point I was like, enough is enough. I gave this girl a call. I said, okay, give me these vegetable pills. Let me see what happens. And after the first 4 months, honestly, I cancelled. I said, oh, I can't really afford this. This is quite expensive. 2 weeks later, I got them back again because I was so out of tune with my body and what was going on that I didn't realise how amazing I was feeling, all because of these. I have now been on them nearly 4 years. It was November 2016 when my doctor, after having my colonoscopy to check up and make sure everything's okay, he actually said to me, he goes, if you didn't sit here and tell me you had Crohn's disease, I couldn't diagnose you with it because you absolutely have zero inflammation in your body right now, and everything is absolutely fine. And it was at that point I was like, I told you. I told the doctors I'd be able to do this without medication. I just wasn't sure how. And the best way for me to explain it, so I've gone from having 3 or 4 flare-ups a day to no flare-ups at all. I can eat what I want. I'm no longer gluten intolerant. I was told I couldn't be pregnant without a lot of injections and a lot of supplements. I had the most amazing pregnancy, and only took the Juice Plus products, including the omegas. My hair is nice and long. I have really good skin, lots of energy, kick the Red Bull habit. And the best way to explain how this worked on my body was the capsules broke down before it hit my digestive system. So they absorbed straight into my bloodstream. And what I truly believe is that where my body was starved of this nutrition for so long, it's now created a baseline, or that base layer of nutrition in my body, where now I can eat so much veg. I can eat so many grains, even though I try not to. I can have gluten if I want to, and I don't have a flare up because I've got that baseline now sitting in my stomach. That food can sit on top and digest nicely. So that's pretty much my story. I would love to throw over to Fiona to talk about the business.
Thanks, Riddle. That was amazing. Yes, I'm here to tell you a bit about my story in the business and why I actually started. We actually were in a really bad place. My husband had to give up work because he was so ill. And I was already a carer for my son who's got Down syndrome. So we didn't have a lot of money and I was only working part-time. I came across this about nearly 10 months ago now, and it has been a lifesaver for our family, you know, health-wise and mostly financial. And since then, we've been able to pay off credit cards. We're saving for a trip to Hawaii for next year, which we're really excited about because it's our first family holiday. So, but without doing this on the side, I don't think we would have even thought about it, let alone do it. So, so we're just thankful for everything that we're doing at the moment. So, and it's only because of doing this business. So, so I'm going to pass you over to Tracy, who's going to tell you a bit more of how we get paid.
Hi, thanks Fiona. So like Fiona said, my name is Tracy. I have been in this business for around about 19 months now. And when I looked into this, I was actually quite sick. So I can really relate to Liz's story where she said she lost her hair. She had hair extensions, nail extensions. I went through all of that myself with my illnesses as well. And I knew I needed these products, but I didn't think we could afford them. But it's when you actually break it down, it's really amazing how cheap they really are. I believe they are anyway. So one of the reasons why I decided to start in the business was because I didn't think I could afford them. And if I could make enough money each month to pay for my products, I was going to be really, really happy. Coming from my husband had a truck accident, so he was put on a disability, and I was put on a carer's pension to look after him. So we went from 2 full-time wages down to a pension, which is next to nothing. So to break down how we get paid, and this is one of the reasons why I decided, yes, I'd give this a go, is because I've never been in a situation before where I've been paid in 3 different ways. So in just like any normal business or any other business that you go into, you get paid a retail profit for the product that you sell. You also get paid a commission on top of that. So that's the first 2 ways, which are pretty good. Not many places will pay you both a retail profit and a commission. They'll either pay you either or. But our company's been really, really smart with the way it advertises their products. It's done by word of mouth, so they're not paying celebrities to endorse the product, and they're not paying for TV commercials or billboard commercials or newspaper commercials, which all cost thousands and thousands of dollars. In saving that money, they are able to pay us, their franchisees, in 3 different ways. So we've got the retail and the commission, but we also get paid in bonuses. Now, these bonuses aren't just the end-of-year bonus that you might get for a job well done. You get these bonuses by learning and by helping others. So teaching and learning, which is amazing. There's not many places where you can actually get paid for learning, let alone teaching somebody else how to succeed. Normally in a position or in a company, you're fighting to reach the top. In our company, we're actually paid to help other people reach the top. So that's just a quick way. It's a fantastic way of getting paid. We get paid multiple times, so it depends. It doesn't matter how many times a month you earn a bonus, you get multiple bonuses a month, which is all fantastic, especially when you're not actually getting paid very much. So that's just a quick rundown, and I'm going to pass over to Steph, who's going to share a bit of her journey with the company.
Sorry, team, we're running out of time tonight. So I'm so grateful for everybody's share tonight. You have all been absolutely incredible. But one of the most exciting things that we ever get to do in this business is support and launch our amazing new team. So tonight we have Sarah, Andrea, Carnita, Abby, Dana, and Tracy all launching their businesses. So I just love to congratulate you all and welcome you all to the team. And we all are right behind you. We love working together as a community, and we all do this together. So it's absolutely a wonderful way to work. I know I've worked in many different businesses for small companies, large companies, independent, all different types. And I've never worked amongst, I guess, in an environment where people actually get together and help each other succeed. So it's an absolute pleasure to work with you all. I'm not sure if we've got, I'm just going to ask Sarah, who is one of our launchers, a couple of questions. Hi, Sarah, how are you going?
I'm good, Jamie. How are you?
Really well, thank you. So I'd just love to ask you, what was it that got you interested in starting the business with us?
Jamie, I'm a mother of 2 kids. My daughter, she is 3.5, and my son, he is 9.5. So from past few months, I want to engage myself into something healthy activity, but also want to stay around with my kids as well. So just, I think 2 months back, I just scrolling down the Facebook ad, and that ad I still remember. If you want to live a happier, healthier life, then join our team. So it grabbed my attention because I was on antidepressant at that time from the last 1.5 year. So I grabbed the basic information from that lady, and Shamim explained me so convincingly and so satisfyingly. So that's how I jumped into this.
Yeah, I think it's a funny thing, because when we see this business come up, it really does sound too good to be true. And even for myself, I really thought the same thing. And until you experience it for yourself, you just can't know how amazing it's going to be for health and for business. So I applaud you for giving it a go. Tell me, what are you most looking forward to in the future?
In future, when I joined my business, the main point in my mind was to support my family into their monthly expenditures, and for my kids, extracurricular activities. But my main goal is next year, my family is planning a bigger holiday. So I want to contribute with my husband in that holidays. So this is the main goal for the next year for me.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I think the thing is that we're all different. We all have different goals. We've all got different reasons for doing this. And there's no pressure to be anything. You do what you want to do with this. You're not forced to have monthly minimums or anything like that. You just choose your goal, and we just get behind you and rally to help you to get that. So
thank you.
Welcome to the team. Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie.
No problems. Thank you all so very much for jumping on tonight. If anyone has any questions around our products, around our program, around any of the stories that have been shared tonight, or if you would just like to provide some feedback to the person that invited you, please do. We absolutely love feedback, and we love talking to people. And thank you everyone for sharing. You've all been amazing, and hopefully I'll see you all again next Tuesday night. Thanks very much, guys. Have a good night. Bye.